Hi guys, this is kind of an impromptu video. I just bought something. Here's the schematic. TRF radio, made by U.S. Radio and Television Corp. It's a 8-tube radio, 3 RF amps. You have a detector, first audio, push-pull output, and an 80 rectifier. There's the chassis. It's a little dusty. It has all the tubes in it, and they're all globe tubes. We're basically going to do the good, the bad, and the ugly on this radio. Right now we're doing the good. The line cord is actually in excellent condition. Cloth covered, original plug. It's a fully cloth covered all the way through wire, so it's really in excellent condition. I haven't tested the tubes, so I don't know if they work or not, or how good a shape they're in. The chassis doesn't seem to have any rust on it. It's just dirty. It does have one unique tube. I've only seen one other one made by this company, Speed. Has a nice, this is a 227, or just type 27 tube. So anyway, trying to find a schematic for this was not the easiest thing in the world, because it just says electric receiver on it. Its early serial number of 74,985, chassis 28. It uses a Utah speaker, which is in beautiful condition. Really nice condition. So, also very heavy. It's got the audio transformer built right onto it. The only real bad wiring, well, these wires will go off. These are the antenna lead and ground lead. But the wires going into the radio were the only rubber coated on the outside, cloth on the inside. So I'll have to take these little tags off and put new wires there. Let's see if I can lift this thing up. Shouldn't really bother the cord too much since it's got a lip on the side of the chassis. Now the chassis came with a bottom on it, which was already loose. But from what I can tell, it is all original. Nothing's been changed in it. These radios definitely did come with dog bone resistors, and then for more power resistor they use these bigger, larger wire wound, open wire wound resistors. We got a couple cans here for condensers. But otherwise, she's in really good shape. Now, again, U.S. Radio and Television, also known by Apex, is one of the companies. There's another name for it. Here's the cabinet. It's in really not bad shape. There's a little bit of slight wear and tear and some loss of some of the finish, but not really bad. Mostly up on the top. Looks like been something sitting here, but Otherwise, it's in really, really, really good shape. I'll probably just try some Howard's Restore on it after I clean it and see if that doesn't really kind of touch it up. The toner underneath is still there, appears. It's just mostly the top clear that has been kind of lost on it. But there's no veneer loss anywhere on the cabinet or anything loose. It's really, really nice. It's solid. Beautiful turn legs on it, but nice little doors with this beautiful grill cloth that's in absolutely mint condition. The camera's probably not even going to do it any justice. It is really nice. Now we've got our escutcheons here. This is tone control with bass and treble, and then a nice little window. But the interesting thing is what it says. Airline. And yes, it's an Airline radio. This is Montgomery Ward radio. U.S. Radio and Television built the chassis for them. The best I can get for dating it is probably 1929 or 28 inside the cabinet, which will focus, you nitwit. See if I can get some light in there. It appears to be probably walnut cabinet from the dark color of the wood. The interesting thing is when you get down here in the speaker compartment, it's soundproofed, although it's missing the top piece. That's why that's a little lighter colored. But it is a particle board type soundproofing that was put in by the factory to deaden any echoes off the cabinet. Okay, now that's the good. See a little bit about bad. Not much, but there is some. I got all the knobs, they're wood knobs, and they're in excellent condition. Got a little ding here. Didn't knock loose any veneer, it's just something smacked it there. And of course, I guess you can say kind of the a little bit of loss in the finish is probably kind of on the bad, but I don't really consider that super bad. It's easy to fix. There's been a little damage on the legs, and of course at the very bottom they always have a little bit of loss in finish down there. A little check cracking the glue joint, but again, that's not that big of a deal. As I've been passing the camera around, it might have picked it up. Down here there should be a brace, a decorative brace, and it's missing, but I have it, and this is it. It's supposed to be like that. At some point in time it got broke, and of course it's lost a little bit of its veneer. Someone tried gluing it once and it didn't stay. Looked like they used some sort of, I don't know what they used, but that'll have to be fixed. But that's the ugly. The only real ugly to the whole radio. Now, the really good part is where I got it from. Here's the listing. There's a local area here little town of Mystic is about 30 miles away. $55. Old Airline radio. So I seen that last night. He'd only had it on for 8 hours. I ran across it. I called him last night. He gave me his address. I said I'd come and get it this morning, and I did. I wasn't going to pass it up. So the other Philco radio that I'm working on, we just got to do the power up on it and check the alignment, and it's done. So as soon as it's done, this is the next project right here. And I think it'll be kind of fun. Any of the rubber in here, there is some rubber wiring that'll have to be replaced, but most of it's cloth, so there's not a lot of rubber. But this will be a nice little project to do. And I see that someone has been in it. They've disconnected this condenser, so that must say that it was causing them some troubles. That's minor. So anyway, look forward to this radio. Nice thing about it was that in the riders, we have the voltages and the early and late. It's the early because it's below that serial number, 373601. But we have the schematic and the voltages, but we also got the wiring diagram, so that really makes it kind of nice. So look forward to this radio, and it'll be coming up shortly. There's not much left to do on the Philco. It's basically done. It just basically we need to power it up. So that'll be the next video coming up here shortly. In fact, it is noon right now, so I will probably get this one edited and start the upload on it, and probably have to charge my battery on this. It's starting to show little signs of being low, but we'll get I'll go ahead and tape the Philco and get it uploaded later today. So anyway, guys, everybody has that one radio that they consider their pride and joy for various reasons, and I really like this one. I've never I've worked on radios that had the fancy grill cloth, but never owned one. I had radios like some RCAs I worked on in the past that belonged to someone else. They had excuse me, their fancy speakers that had the fancy cloth and stuff. But so this is going to be pride and joy, and it's going to be left here in the house. It's not going anywhere else in storage or anything. So anyway, we'll get back to this. We'll get back to the Philco first and get it finished, and then we'll move on to this radio. So look forward to probably we're going to take our time on it and kind of enjoy it. And so we'll see you on the next video, and thanks for watching.